Here we go then, boys and girls. We're back. Don't worry. I didn't actually go anywhere. Topher just moved house, so there was no one to edit the YouTube videos. But he's back now, or he's moved now, I guess. I don't think he might have even been faking. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't verified his new address. But we are now back. We're back on a stream schedule. The plan is, and I realise this video is coming out on a Tuesday, but bear with me. The plan is you're going to get videos here on LOLLUJO 2 Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays going forward, with the odd exception where I've had to move a stream. But I think we're looking at about 3 episodes a week going forward. We're gonna finish the story with East Fife. Don't worry, I wouldn't leave you hanging, but it's just going to slow down a little bit now for the summer because, you know, got to make the Lego, haven't I? Right, I'm serious. What I said in the tweet, we are going to get into Europe this year. We've done some summer transfers. We've put together a pretty good looking team. We've generated a lot of money in transfers going out. We're still trying to generate some more because we're a little bit over the wage budget. So we need to bring some more money back in again. But we've not got to free loan day yet. But the squad is already looking very, very solid. And the media have noticed. The media think we could finish. I mean, that to me says we're not a long way behind Hearts and Motherwell. So goal 1 for the season has got to be finishing the top half when the split happens. And from there, we've got to have a proper crack at getting into Europe this year because we're stagnating a little bit. If we have a look at the last couple of seasons, we've done 3 years in the Premiership now. And we're not really improving, are we? 51, 54, 55. It's been very, very slow progress. So we need some slightly faster progress this year. We have got the new stadium on the way, but we don't really have time to wait for that because we're not moving into the new stadium for 3 years. We want to be in Europe by the time we move in there. So this is the year. This is the year we get into Europe. I've decided. That being said, we've had a pretty rotten start to the stupid League Cup. Not that we really care about the stupid League Cup. But sometimes I change my mind about cups that I don't care about and then have a lovely Sunday. So who knows, eh? Who knows? Let's just get this final cup game played and then we'll actually concentrate properly when we get into the league because we're getting into the top half this year. I've decided, and when I make a decision, we follow through on it. It's something I've experienced a few times with Posh now. I've never seen us win the league, but I've seen us get automatic promotions. And it's a weird feeling because obviously you're really, really happy about getting promoted. But at the same time, you don't get the trophy lift. You didn't actually win anything. And it's odd. Whereas the playoffs is always fun. The playoff semi-finals are rotten. We don't talk about them. Obviously didn't eat an egg after the semi-final versus Wednesday. I mean, are you one of the really hilarious people, first-time commenter, who's about to get banned? One of the hilarious people who's been making comments like that on TikTok? Because I can only assume, and this might be a sweeping generalisation at this point, but I've had so many comments like that over the last 24 hours. I am now fairly confident that the people of Sheffield are so thick that they don't know where Wembley is. And just don't understand simple communication. It means we win at Wembley. It doesn't mean we win other matches. It's a Wembley tradition. But I must have had 30 or 40 comments along the lines of that. My word. Grow up. You're getting relegated anyway. I realise I've taken that out on someone who probably didn't deserve it. But I've had so many of them. That's been a build-up of 24 hours of people just niggling at me being annoying. Rory, we've had an offer for Rory. We're actually probably happy to let him go. I think we've moved on from Rory. Oh, in fact, we intermediaried him anyway, so obviously we're trying to get him gone. Bye, Rory. Right, Jamie Brown is leaving for big money, which is handy. Right, Rory's gone, so we can now appoint a new captain, which is Sir George. There you go, Sir George. Now our captain. I think that works for me. He came from England and single-handedly saved the club. And now we can't push any more into wage budget. Oh, of course, Nathan McDonald is our exciting new boy, isn't he? Right, that looks like our system. Problem is we're starting the season against Aberdeen, who are now the second best team in Scotland. So it's not the the ideal start for us. We've actually dropped down to 9th now, having sold those 2 players on the preview. So clearly those 2 players were considered quite important. There you go. We can do that now. They were considered quite important, it seems, which is worrisome. No, I decided to just enjoy the day and not be annoying to everybody around me by vlogging it. Plus, no one's watching my matchday vlogs at the moment, so I'm coming to the end of matchday vlogs anyway, I think, unless they really start to pick up. It's one of the reasons why I did the TikTok, which you'll all be delighted to know. As of this morning, that TikTok I put out, the egg TikTok, has just about covered the cost of my ticket for Wembley. And justifies it as a business expense even without vlogging it. The person from the BBC who never called me back, because there was several people trying to get in touch with me from the BBC. There was the original breakfast show interview that I did. There was then the written article that I did. And then there was another person who wanted to do a piece of social media content based on the egg, who I said, yeah, I'll do that as well. And they never got back to me. So I just did it myself and then got all those views. So thanks for the idea, BBC. Maybe you should have called me back. We've given away a penalty here. Come on, Sir George. Celebrate your new captaincy by doing your thing. I see. I was going to say, if you Google my name and, oh, that's a lovely header from Williams, new vice captain. Lovely work. I was going to say, if you Google Kevin Chapman egg, you probably find the story. There's a chance you actually find the clip of me sitting on an egg in the network game. I've got lots of previous with eggs, apparently. I wonder which egg thing I'm most famous for now. Just realised there's an actor named Kevin Chapman who was in Person of Interest. That's why I can't be Kevin Chapman on Twitter, because he's got it. But what's he ever done with eggs? Can we blame you for the England Euros final loss at Wembley? No, because I didn't really care. I mean, it would have been nice, but I didn't really care. Like, I wasn't upset that we didn't win. It's only England, isn't it? I'm never, ever going to be that bothered whether England win or lose. It's only England. It doesn't really matter. Which I know for a lot of people is completely alien for pre-football match. We did go to Pret and Black Sheep Coffee, so we had 2 different coffees. I'd never been to a coffee shop that was designated to one group of fans before, because I was wearing my 90s posh shirt, my red pizza shirt, which doesn't immediately look like a posh shirt if you don't know about football in the 90s. We were outside Black Sheep Coffee, and the bouncer on the door was like, whoa, this is Peterborough fans only. I'm like, yeah, it's an old shirt. It's fine. But for a coffee shop, it was a posh-only coffee shop. Madness. We're 3-2 up against Aberdeen, by the way. We're going to win the league. I'm a Huddersfield fan. First season the Prem was good, but that second season we had where we lost every week is awful. I'd rather us win in the Championship than lose every week in the Prem. Thing is, now we lose every week in the Championship. Yeah, but you'll have a fun time in League One next year, so don't worry about it. I support Stevenage, and I fully agree with you. See, lower league fans get it. And Peterborough United is far more important than results of football matches. And that's the thing that Premier League fans don't get. And you can give me but our clubs run really well all day long. And I'll refer you to Reading and Charlton and Portsmouth and Bolton and Wigan and all these clubs who were having a lovely time and were run really well and then almost stopped existing. And as lower league fans, we understand it's different. The Premier League fans a lot of the time don't understand it's different and think that we all want to be like them. Absolutely not. He's got a hat-trick of headers in this game from corners. I think our set pieces are back. So we're quite good from corners now. Oh, that's a problem. Critchlow's got shin splints. We don't really have another striker. West Ham are a big club. Obviously, West Ham are a big club, yeah. Oh, hello, Uruguayan. 6'4" Uruguayan who's on almost no money at the moment. Let's talk to his agent. Okay, he's going to cost far too much money. As in, he's going to cost money. I thought we'd found our first proper little gem there. Right, let's get the 2 younger ones of these in. We're not going to sign a 33-year-old Jonathan David. Are we? We might, actually. Let's offer him a trial. We are throwing everything we've got at this guy. But he does look pretty special. Ah, that's a shame. That would have been awesome. He's got 2 caps for Wales and scored for Everton in the Premier League last year. But he probably makes more sense because when Critchlow's back, we can move him out wide. Doubt we're going to be able to afford him. Yeah. All of these might be a little ambitious. We'd perhaps be better off just trying to find someone to bring in on loan. Well, let's try the other one then. We need a striker while Critchlow's injured. They just need to be of a serviceable level. All right. Hopefully we get this guy then. Who'll be fine as a guy to rival Critchlow. Right, we're getting our new striker at least. See if he's actually any good. I mean, he's not really, is he? But he's a warm body who can play in that role, which is what we need while Critchlow's injured. Takis is upset. Chill out, Takis. You've given me no reason to believe that you're the guy who should be starting for us up front. You'll get your opportunity to prove it as well, but you're well down the pecking order. Right. Let's do a football. With our new boy up front, let's see if he's any good. He's going to have to play up front for us for the next couple of months. So let's hope he's not useless. We also have 2 Owens in our team now, which is very exciting. I assume they're brothers. He looks lanky, but Jack Fletcher's a good example of why Jacks can't be trusted. I blame the new striker for that. Come on, let's do all the set piece goals again. This Hearn guy, is he just massive or something? Talk to me, James Hearn. He's 6'2", 17 jumping reach, only 11 heading, but he's got 4 goals from 5 games for us so far, all of them headers from corners. He is an absolute menace at set pieces. He's going to get 20 goals this year. Oh, there's a new boy! New boy! I can't remember the exact wording. Did they say we'd see things or there'd just be more announcements? But either way, they talked about Q2 2024, which has now begun. So any time now, we should start seeing or hearing FM25 info. I don't know if we're actually going to see things or what, because that would be absurd and a complete waste of time. But unless they've done that, I think they need to start getting screenshots out soon to manage expectations. There was that 3 or 4 months where Holly worked for them when they were listening, or Holly was listening. Never replaced that role though, did they? Sir George, what a man. Yeah, they had a social media person who was actually taking care of streamers. That's what, the price of a PS5? So for the price of a PS5, I've had probably 20,000 hours of entertainment. Bargain. Best value entertainment product around. Championship Manager 5 was the first Championship Manager after the split. Yes, that one doesn't count because that was an absolute shower. Because we talked about it on stream recently, and I actually think Minecraft is probably better value for money. Just because you only have to buy it that one time, and it was like 15 quid. And I've had thousands of hours of Minecraft as well. When's FM25 coming out? November, probably. I mean, there's no release date yet, but it's been November for the last goodness knows how many years. So I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be November again. Right, weird that no right-sided players wanted to come in. Let's see if any of these are going to be free. So, No. How about you? No. Are we now too big to get free loans? No. This guy's got 17 caps for Ireland already, but no. No. Oh, dear. Maybe we're not getting free loans anymore, which is a little unfortunate if that's the case. Remember that year we brought in like 30 of them? It's almost as if the clubs have learned that I'm not to be trusted with these loans. Oy, oy, oy. Anyone, please? There we go. There's one. I mean, we don't know if he's any good or not, but at this point, you just bring him in and it doesn't really matter because they're no risk. They don't cost anything. We will have a look at the ones we've scouted as well. Are we really only getting one? Yikes. And we might not even get him. He might go somewhere else. Right, let's have a look at ones who we've scouted. So, listed for loan, interested in a loan. We don't really want the high potential ones. We want the high current ability ones. Are these going to be the same guys we just looked at? Probably a lot of them are. We're just going to go down this page. We're not going to try and do loads. Guess when Critchlow got injured? Everything started so well. And then it all went so wrong. There you go. We've got a good midfielder in. Leandro Freitas. I mean, he's quite good, isn't he? That'll do. Just the one deadline day signing, but 'tis a good one. Right, let's see if Freitas is any good then. Hopefully he comes in and he's an absolute superstar. Are they playing Hackford? He's on the bench. They spent millions on him and stuck him on the bench. They're playing in a different realm of football to what we are. I have friends who won't touch non-league, low league because of some of the superiority complex, I guess. And I know people who go to games in non-league every day they can. At this current point in time, the target audiences are so different, it would just mean people don't have to jump through hoops. Yeah, exactly. And let's face it, everyone watches football on a Saturday afternoon anyway. Anyone who's interested enough that they might have gone to a game will find a way to watch one if they couldn't go. Because it's not hard to do. Which is probably what they found out. They probably realised, oh, actually, we can't do this thing we're promising. Right, come on, let's go grab a winner. Look at Takis go. Look how fast he is. Huh. Oh? Oh? Somebody shoot! Won't somebody do a goal? Takis will! Come on, ref. Don't mess with me. We'd like to get back to winning ways here. Hideous. So we're now not 1 in 4. Rubbish. Right. While I'm going to order some hay fever stuff while we wait for the next match to happen. Does it still reach my expectations? I don't play FM outside of work at all and haven't for years. I still enjoy playing it every day, but I don't play it unless it's for some kind of content. That seems like it'd be a bit of a waste of time. I mean, it's always a negotiation. Usually the way it works now, because they all come from management, they'll come to me and say, right, this particular company are interested. Do you have a price in mind for working with them? And I'll give them a number. And then they may or may not come back to me with a new number, or I might never hear from it again, in which case I assume they didn't agree on a number. But I might give them a range for a number. The Euro 2024 Panini sticker album's out. It's not a Panini sticker album, though. It's Tops. I mean, we talked the other week about that Sidemen cereal one, didn't we? If it's a company that... I mean, I've got nothing against the Sidemen having a cereal. Anna almost bought it the other day, and I was like, you can't buy that. We could have had that. We could have been paid to eat that. You can't now decide to buy it. Don't be taken in by their marketing. But if it's a company that I don't like or don't use, then I won't promote them. Probably weirder stuff than that I don't remember. This has not been a good run. We're falling back down into where we don't want to be again. We really need Critchlow back soon. How long is he going to be? Oh, not long. He is almost back. And Merlin have been in touch about the Lego Discovery Centre video in Manchester that we did. So we might be doing some work with Merlin again. We haven't worked with Merlin for about 4 years. We're going to have to change the tactic soon. This is not going to plan at all. Oh, there you go. We've got to do it now. Bye-bye, 433. We enjoyed you. Without the injury to Critchlow, you would have been incredibly successful. As it is, I'm afraid we're going to have to bin you off and do something new. Oh, should we control possession? I don't think I've controlled possession for years. We can't do it with a 4-3-3 though, because we've just abandoned a 4-3-3. So we're going to have to do a 4-2-3-1, control possession. I'm assuming controlling possession doesn't really work, but we should try. What's the harm? What's the worst that could happen? We're going from wing play to control possession. It'll be fine. Yeah, most content creators have stopped streaming FM because it doesn't pay. I mean, there's not enough people watching it to justify doing it. I mean, I'm in the Partner Plus program, so I get the 70-30 split. And if YouTube went away tomorrow, I'd have to get a real job. Twitch wouldn't come close to paying my bills. Wouldn't even cover half of my bills. So, yeah, Twitch just... Being a full-time streamer, you need well over 1,000 concurrent viewers every stream for it to actually be sustainable. Honestly, not sure if people would love watching a network game where they're not playing in it. I mean, people did when we did the network game. It was loads of fun. And it was very popular. Looks like controlling possession works then. Loki probably doesn't get enough views to be in it, I don't think. You'd need to find a combination of 4 people that have as good or better chemistry than the 4 of us had the first time around. And that's pretty hard to do because it was pretty perfect. Hanger on, thank you very much for 4 months. Yeah, I think that what Topher's saying is important, which is unusual. The network game isn't about introducing people to somebody new that they don't normally watch. It's about seeing the people they normally watch ruin each other. So it was important that everyone watching already knew who all 4 of us were and knew what our personalities were like and had seen us battling with each other in the Streamer Showdown and were keen to see the 4 of us face off against each other. And that's the bit that makes bringing in someone new so difficult, because I've spoken to Bust the Net, maybe, and using him as the example again, I've spoken to him once or twice ever. So I don't have that relationship with him where I know where his line is, know how far I can push things, know what I can and can't get away with, know what buttons to push. It's not just about playing FM and talking about FM. It's not, I forget, it's not just about that. It's not at all about that. The 4 of us worked as the network game because we know each other so well that we know exactly what we can and can't say or do to get the and we know what the reaction's going to be when we say or do something. Topher's still blocked by Ben. You obviously deserve it. I see. So now we're losing. So control possession doesn't work. It was all a lie. It was just Dunfermline being rubbish. At the end of the day, who won the network game? Fornals was just what Keverton needed. Look at us. That's the first time I've seen that in this save. That was Short's distribution. Look at us controlling possession. We're Scottish Arsenal. That's a penalty kick, referee. Soppy's giving away a penalty. Come on then. Let's do a football. Brendan Critchlow, with the scouts watching, has missed his second penalty in a row. Brilliant. What's gone on there? He's had his head turned. And I want to rewatch the network game videos. I urge you all to go and do it. The playlists are on the channel. Without the network game, Topher wouldn't exist. That's worth knowing as well. It's the network game's fault that Topher exists. So there's a reason not to bring the network game back. Right, boys and girls, we're going to wrap the stream up there because we've got quite a wait for the Motherwell game and it's nearly 10 o'clock and my eyes are still moist in an unpleasant manner. So reminder from earlier on in the stream where we had... I'm just finding it. Boom, this. So reminder of the schedule for the rest of the week. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing Lego. We're going to be starting the Dungeons and Dragons set that came out last week. That'll be over on the Block Party YouTube channel. We no longer stream on Wednesdays because Wednesday is now podcast night. So Football Manager will be back here on Twitch on Thursday. And then there'll be another Football Manager stream on Sunday. We'll be doing a little bit more Lego on Friday because we can now stream on Fridays because we don't do the podcast on Fridays anymore. We do it on Wednesdays. So your next Football Manager stream is Thursday, then again on Sunday. But come and hang out with me to do some Lego. It's fun. If you haven't seen my new Lego room yet, oh, it's a lovely thing. But for now, let's find somebody to raid.